Hello, Americans. It's me and Hunter. We're back. And Hunter's okay.
I just can't see anything. There's no way I can wear these things.
Damn.
So we're here, and Camille Kenny is here too. You just wouldn't know it.
You just can't see her.
I think she'll be here in a couple of minutes. She said she's running on some kind of time that I wasn't familiar with.
She's in a time warp.
Yes.
Okay. This battery's low in here. All right.
I think we got a caller on.
Are you ready for a call?
Sure.
Okay,
Who do we got?
so I'm calling back again.
Okay.
Who's this?
This is Matt.
Hey, man, it's Michael.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
So what is the topic that you guys are discussing? Because right now I'm at the park on my phone watching people fish.
We were just going to discuss that, and our topic today is people at the park with their kids waiting to fish.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Are they smoking weed?
I'm sorry?
Are they smoking weed?
A little bit.
Are they? Well,
But not in the studio. That's not allowed. That's frowned
I don't
upon.
even know what you guys are talking about.
I'm in Denver, so I mean it's completely okay for me to talk about this, at least on this end.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're allowed to talk about it. We're just not allowed to do it like you are in Denver.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it is
I feel
kind of
for
a
y'all.
bummer. I think Texas is probably going to be one of the final states that'll be one of the last ones, I think, that'll finally give in to that.
Nah, I doubt that. Once they start seeing the money rolling in, Texans are greedy little bastards.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right. You might be right. And with the cities like Houston and Dallas and you know now turning blue.
Are you calling Rick Perry greedy? I mean, there may be greedy. There may be greedy.
I would call Rick Perry. I don't think I want to say online, but
Yeah, I'm
there
sure
may
he's
be
watching
greedy
the show.
people in There's greedy people in Texas, sure,
I mean that's why I love Texas.
but not our leader.
Well, no. Well, I do love Colorado. Oh, see, now I got my buddy yelling at me now. Golly, really?
Hey, we got a picture of the Malaysian downed flight behind us. You want to say something about that?
No. Oh, okay. No, not really. The only thing that I want to say is it's kind of funny how a bunch of separatists get a hold of a Russian-made weapon,
Yeah.
and Russia completely denies any sort of involvement in it. I don't know. It's your fault, really? Okay.
Yeah, there's only so many lies Putin can tell before people are just like, really? You know, I mean, even he looks distressed when you see him on TV trying to sell that one. Like, no, it was the Ukrainians did it.
I'm just wondering what the phone call sounded like when he called them up and told them what a bunch of idiots they were.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping whoever spoke with him just kept asking Putin, going, really, that's your story. You're sticking to the story that it was the Ukrainians. I just want to make sure that's your story. I don't understand how. I mean, it's about time he finally. I mean, I think everybody always knew that he was full of it. But, you know, he always had a certain way to be able to just back out of it. And since he controls...
Well, no, he has. And the whole thing is that everybody let him out of it. Why? Because Russia is the largest supplier of natural gas to, hello, Europe. But, you know, that's just kind of like world geographical BS.
Well, yeah, the one thing that really scares me is to know that a lot of countries like Germany are dependent upon Russia for their energy. So that cripples their, you know, there's only so much sanctions they can give before all of a sudden they're in the dark, I guess. I don't know the details. But
you know what, this was a grave mistake on his part, and I don't even think that he was even kind of looking for this to happen. Somebody made a mistake on this one.
I don't believe that he had anything to do with it. I'm sure he was furious. It's like, you know, he wanted to cause as much damage as he could, but I don't think he wanted to kill a civilian. I mean,
I don't think he had like direct involvement in saying, hey, go target that plane and blow it down. I think that was stupidity on the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
For letting them have the weapons, yeah, I think there's some culpability there.
Well, yes, he armed these people that didn't know what they were doing, gave them, you know, probably like the Cliff Notes version on how to use these, and the end result is we've got, you know, a dead 250 some odd dead people or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure whoever it was that actually, I think I read somewhere that one of the people in the military had actually not tweeted or Facebook, whatever the Russian version is of their social media, had actually said, we told them not to fly down and we took them out. And then quickly they realized it was a civilian plane and they yanked that off the wall. And I'm sure that guy is either dead or in Siberia by now. That's my guess.
Well, that's, there was a lot of oops going on.
Yeah, it's a big whoops-a-daisy.
Like, oh, damn it. We messed up.
Yeah, but so what do we do now? Do we invade Russia?
No, well, this is just,
we can't do that.
Funny. I mean, everybody's all like on our page or whatever else, getting mad at our president for not being a little bit more, I guess, straightforward in sort of comments and condemning or whatever else.
Putin seems to be taking care of it.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't need any help from us at this point.
You don't really have to say anything when the whole international community is looking at you and telling you, dude, you are a jackass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and this is the first time where it's completely undeniable. Every other time, even though everybody knows he's full of it, he could always just say, hey, but this time he can't do it.
You want to scoot over?
Somebody just showed up.
Well, the whole thing is this. It's a geopolitical game, and I could refer to it as a game of Go. You want to call it chess, whatever it is, and it's going to continue on. It's just sad to see civilians get caught up in this sort of dynamic and be killed, and nobody taking responsibility for it. And everybody's pointing out the person who should be responsible. He is responsible.
So it sets the whole cause back.
Huh?
It sets Putin's cause back. It sets back the cause of the separatists.
No, it sets him back and him trying to just kind of reassert Russia's dominance or just their place in the world. I think he really kind of did not only himself a disfavor, but his country, his people, all of this. He caused this, and now it is completely backfired on them. And I think that's kind of sad. If you're trying to resituate yourself on the worldwide plane, he went about it. He went about it the wrong way.
Well.
And there are consequences, and those consequences are going to be 200 some odd gravestones.
I'm certainly not suggesting that this was a good thing, but at least now we've got something to where we can point to him, and the rest of the world can say, "Dude, not cool." Hopefully.
Well, it wasn't cool when he went into Crimea and did all that.
Exactly, that wasn't cool. But at least he could say, "Hey, it wasn't me. They wanted, it wasn't."
Protecting Russian-speaking people outside of the country of Russia. Really, dude? We let you get away with that? All right, fine.
So it's two strikes on the BS.
No, definitely, and it's just a bunch of rhetoric that's just been. I mean, I don't know. I just sit there and look at it and to have heard that news and just the dynamic that's going on in the Ukraine, to have an innocent civilian plane shot down and those lives lost, and a lot of this is because Putin wants to play puppet master. This has come back to bite him in the butt. I think us as U.S. and our president, I think we've handled it pretty well. Really, just let international condemnation come down on him. You really don't have to do much more than that.
Exactly.
In front of the scenes, in front of the public sort of thing. Behind the scenes, it's all diplomatic running back and forth. But at least publicly, you really don't have to do much more than just sit back and watch a man crash and burn.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get that warm water port.
You don't think that's going to happen?
I don't think so.
Well.
But on that note, like I said, decided to call in and have a little bit more of a conversation with you guys. Right now I'm here at the park looking at geese. Goose. It's not one, it's two.
The geeses?
And I'm enjoying my day, and I wish you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, too.
Thanks.
All right, have some of
you do. Thank you.
I'm late. Which Michael?
I'm not sure which Michael it is, but
It's Michael Neal.
Hi, Michael Neal.
Hey, Michael, I don't even think I ever got that. Do you live in Colorado?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were on a weed vacation or something.
We're also close. We all know each other.
I can't keep track of where people are from on here. For some reason, I thought you lived in Texas. Did you used to?
No longer in Texas. I decided to get the hell out.
Hey, Michael.
Warrants.
Are you the gay one?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hey, Michael.
I'm the gay one. Yes, I'm the gay one.
Hey, Mike, I have a proposal.
Everybody's staring at me going, dude, really, we're at the park?
Yeah, we know what you're doing at the park, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
That's okay.
Yes.
I have a proposal.
What?
I think that we need to have.
We should do this off the air, Matt.
At some point on the
You
show.
guys all at once.
No. I think at some point, me and you and Carney need to have a debate about the necessity of our military. Okay?
And when he says debate, he means mud wrestling.
Christ, no, no. Because honestly, truly, I can't have that conversation without cussing, and that would be really hard.
Well, hey, in about 3 months.
delay.
In about 3 months, we're going to move to 10:30, and we'll be able to say whatever we want.
Oh, awesome. Then, yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll have it then, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm
'cause I've
all
got a
cool
really
with
bad potty
the
mouth.
wrestling. Jello
I think we should do that on
wrestling.
here.
I think so. I think, yeah.
Jello wrestling?
Yes, Jello
Absolutely.
wrestling. Fight.
I have no problem with that. I'm probably going to win. I'm just going to.
Awesome.
No, that's not Jello wrestling. I didn't say I could beat you arm wrestling.
Like I said, I'm on my phone, and I logged in to kind of check what's going on, and I realized the show is on, and my buddy and I have been driving around kind of enjoying the surrounding areas of the Denver Metroplex right now. We're sitting at a park, watching people fish, watching geese swim around. So I'm not even sure who's on the panel. Is Camille there?
Yes, she
I'm
is.
just, yeah. Oh,
Hey,
so you're
what's
not.
up?
I'm good. You don't see me on TV?
No, I don't, because I'm not even looking at it on my phone. I'm just
Cool.
on my phone.
I'm the black chick in the orange shirt. I like to thank my Dutch friend for giving me the orange shirt. I'm throwing off the color contrast
It's
between
awesome.
my melanin challenge
Hey,
friends here.
that color looks great.
So wait, so who's over there? So I know it's Matt, Camille, is Perry there?
And Hunter, no, I don't know. I don't
Hunter.
think who?
You've been speaking.
No, it's Hunter, Matt, and I don't think Perry's here. Is Perry supposed to come?
No, he's not coming.
Okay, was he
It
supposed to
looks
come?
like right now, so I'll check this out. Oh, look at this. There's two storks coming in to land. Those aren't pelicans.
Okay,
That's so gay. I'm sorry.
he's in the park and he's smoking
They are
pot.
pelicans. I'm sorry, my bad. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
let
next.
you guys go.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
love you all.
Love you
Hey,
too.
thanks for calling
Love
in,
you,
Michael.
Michael.
All right, later.
And now
Who do we got?
There's
Girls? Okay.
Hello? Hello, you're on?
Hello,
yes.
Hello, who is this?
this is Willis.
This is Lewis.
Willis?
Oh, this is Willis?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
Well,
Pope, how are
hell.
you?
The bear, the person who has adopted the Russian bear as their profile picture recently.
Well, why not?
Well, why not? I mean, look at what's going on over there in the Ukraine.
Isn't that a symbol of communism? Willis,
Yeah.
are you a communist?
Well, you look better than a pussycat for Obama.
Better than a what?
A pussycat. At least it'd be a black pussycat for
Yeah,
Obama.
Obama's a panther.
And so, what's your question, Willis? Are you just calling to crank call us or what? Or
I just called up to see what was going on. I can't see the thing.
nobody's watching on television?
Yeah. Well,
Bob,
Well, true, we're not photogenic.
I think you have to be in Austin to see it on television.
You got to get on your computer.
no, get on the computer.
If you go on the computer, then how? Can we tell them how? 'Cause not everybody
Go to
knows.
channelaustin.org.
If you go online, if you go to channelaustin.org, and then you'll be able to see us.
There's a link to it on Wall of Confusion.
That's assuming
Well, I don't-
reads.
I don't have a computer here.
Yeah.
All right, well, then we're going to have to move the show to Mondays for you.
I don't have my computer here since I got in a fight with AT&T, but I got to get it back.
Well, while we have you on the line, do you have any idea who shot down that Malaysian airliner?
Yeah, the Russians.
I thought so.
Sure, it's not the Ukrainian separatists. Isn't there a difference?
Well, I don't think there's much difference, is it?
Yeah. Well, do you really think this is a time to be adopting a bear as the symbol for your Facebook profile?
Yeah, come on. Do you hate America?
Yeah, I mean, don't you think it's about time to change that? You want to change it maybe to an eagle?
I got an eagle.
Well, there you go.
Probably already got that. Probably already taken.
No, I think
Probably like
think
American
it was-
Eagle 679 or something. Because
Well, what would
1
be
and 2 still.
What's another American animal?
I think that. I think,
How about a Twinkie? That's American.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
no, that'd be a liberal. That'd be a liberal symbol.
Pigskins.
How about Chuck Norris? Oh, a liberal symbol? How about Robert Wright?
Robert Redford? He's liberal.
He is.
Paul Newman? He's even more liberal.
Barbara Streisand? No, somebody alive.
What? Somebody alive? He's
Yeah,
dead.
Paul Newman
is,
alive?
yeah. No.
Barbara's still alive.
Is B. Arthur alive? Does anyone know?
No, I think she died a couple of years ago.
Ah.
Maud.
No,
We thought she was sexy, didn't we?
Oh, she's hot.
truthfully, I think that Russian thing was a major foobar.
Yeah, but I think it was accidental. I didn't think they meant to do that. I think if they had, I don't think they thought they were shooting down a Ukrainian cargo plane. They didn't know it was I mean, I don't know.
They were getting trigger happy and they.
It was Wahoos with a bunch
They
of new
didn't know it
toys
was
they didn't know how to
Dutch.
use.
They didn't know that it was Dutch. They didn't have any orange under it or anything else like
Nothing,
that.
nothing to symbolize that it was
They
Dutch.
didn't know.
They didn't know. I think if they, I think
You don't mess with the Dutch, isn't that right?
And then I think that everybody thought it was a plane full of Malaysians and like, oh my God,
They'll never be missed.
we killed Dutch. Oh my God, it's white people.
Damn,
Oh,
guys.
what? I'm serious. What? I was watching it a week ago and nobody kind of really cared. I kind of didn't care. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Dutch. International incident. I didn't even know I had a dog in the fight. I didn't.
My grief is
Comes out I did.
evenly distributed across the globe, no matter who. I'm equal opportunity mourner myself.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who was always making a big deal about the typhoons in South Asia, and people would be like, I'd be like, do you realize 10,000 people died yesterday? And everybody's just like,
Were there any Americans?
Yeah.
Well, then who cares?
There were 6 Americans who died.
Well, now we
And
care.
it's Obama's fault. He didn't notice. But yeah, it's
Tsunami
loss
never
of
would have
life.
happened, you know.
True, but okay, there were like 180 or 189, 191 Dutch people. How many Malaysians or how many Americans? Do we even know how many Americans were on?
I heard there was one.
There's one, and
How many-
I heard he was only half American. I heard he had.
That's the half we care about.
how many?
The other half, Kenyan. The other half was
Very
Kenyan.
few.
There was only. I think there was a guy or a person that had dual citizenship
In the United States.
in the United States and Dutch. So
But
he
how
like
many
counted extra.
But how many Israelis were killed?
I don't know. I'm sure
20.
it's like 40 Israelis. What were they?
I think he's just making that
I
up.
think that's making that up. What would
Commander?
they be doing over there?
You want to throw up some of those Gaza pictures?
I think they were like.
I thought you were going to say, do you know how many Israelis were killed?
Yeah, it's like,
That's the Frank family.
since we're talking about large numbers of who, what group, demographic, class, race, whatever, you know, let's go to some interesting numbers.
Palestinians got the stuffing kicked out of them.
Real? By who?
The Germans.
Who did the Palestinians get the stuffing kicked out of them by?
Well, they're Israelis.
You really think the
Dude.
Israelis could take the Palestinians in a fight?
2 dead Israelis.
Now.
2 dead Israelis and 200 and some Palestinians.
Well, that doesn't sound like much of a fight.
So nobody
Well,
got my
don't-
memo about the Robin Thicke and everything else like that.
I
But
didn't
we're
know
like
what-
really sad Gaza pictures behind me.
You wanted happiness, you didn't want death and destruction. This is what Wall of Confusion is about.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was you sold me on something different actually.
No, this is not about fun. This
You
is
said
about
there'd be
business.
Cake. You said there'd be cake.
We were going to solve the
You
world's
should have
problems.
brought some Robin
We're going to
Thicke
need another
pictures.
show
And-
to solve the world's problems. I
And
don't think
you
we're
said
going to get it
gonna
done in
solve
this
the world's
episode.
problem. You invited me and you said there's going to be cake.
I lied.
Now, see this right here? This looks like a
And
fair
chocolate,
fight.
and like you had like a girlfriend that was like a chocolate queen and stuff, and I haven't like tasted one numb bit of chocolate from
Okay,
you though.
you can cry later.
Can't Hunter work one out on a T-shirt?
Can Hunter work on a T-shirt?
Work a solution out.
The
Can you work a
solution?
solution out on a T-shirt?
I could probably solve the world's problems with a T-shirt. Is that your question?
Yeah, that'd work.
All
How
right.
much are you willing to pay for it?
Yeah, I take PayPal. I'll send you the information later.
Why can't we all
$59.99.
just get along?
That's what I want to know.
It's
I
already
think
been
that's
done.
true. I might do it.
And can we do a phrase that doesn't steal from indigenous or black people?
No, we have to use a phrase from black people.
Okay.
How about I have a dream?
I think you had an
there you
explanation
go.
as to why
By
you were
any
late
means
today.
necessary.
What?
You had an explanation as to why you were late today?
Colored people time?
Okay. Yeah. See, I wasn't aware of that. That's a thing.
You've never heard of colored people time?
So he wasn't driving?
No.
Okay.
Law states, international law states that he can't drive.
Okay. Just for those of you at home don't know, we have somebody from Holland in the studio today.
Yeah.
He's not from Holland. He's from Holland's like a.
I don't know.
He's from the Netherlands.
I'm basing on what I thought you told me.
It's the Netherlands.
Okay.
I didn't mention Holland word.
I'm sorry.
Holland once. Where do you get Holland from?
Okay.
At all?
We're gonna bump you and take another call. Okay.
Thanks for calling in, Willis.
Have a good show.
Willis.
All right. Thanks for calling. Later. See you on the wall.
All right.
I don't know why he called, but we didn't ask him right off the bat what you're talking about, Willis.
Because that's another thing stolen from another black.
That's right. Everybody's stealing stuff from the
All
black people, isn't it?
I'm always bringing race into it. Just
Who is this,
on the
Rob?
wall, just like on the wall, I'm always bringing race into it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
We can hear you breathing.
Hi.
What's going on? Who is this?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm on. Nice.
Hi. Who is this?
Hey, it's Rob from New York.
Van
Rob
Oystein?
Jacket.
Rob.
Van Oystein.
No.
No, Jacket. Different one.
What's up, Rob?
Beaumont.
They all
Rob,
look like.
I think you're Golden Brisket commander.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I think your commander was like, Rob Golden Brisket. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? No.
Oh, yeah,
Rob,
That's the other Rob. That's the
The
other.
other Rob. The other Rob. The one with the horse head.
You're the one with the horse head.
I'm the one with the horse head.
Yeah.
What is that? The icon? on-
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
horse head. I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
So Horsehead's on the line.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hi.
That's a horse head.
So you got anything to say about the topics we've covered so far?
Well, all I heard was the thing about the Malaysian plane going down in Ukraine.
It turned out to be actually a Dutch plane going down in the.
Yeah. The point is, we thought it was, not to say South Asians who are human beings like everybody else, but when we found out that it was Dutch, it became a bigger story, and everybody got a little more upset.
Which I'm all for.
I know we're joking about that. I really don't think that's true. That people got upset more because they found out there were Europeans on. Do you actually think that?
Do I think that?
I mean,
I think it's probably
maybe I'm being
seen as
naive.
a bigger deal. Yes.
Maybe I'm being naive.
It's not. I don't think it's just the race. I think it's also just the economic level. I think it would be a bigger deal. I think it's the significance of the country. Is the country a player?
No, well, that's
Is it
true.
Especially
That's true
because-
because nobody's worried about Malaysia,
And Russia.
putting up sanctions or attacking anybody.
Yeah, and
But when you
Russia
piss
and
off
Netherlands,
Europe, I guess
They're trading partners.
they've got
Like,
weapons.
Russia is the third biggest trading partner for the Netherlands.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
So I think they're probably going to go much further down now, probably, right?
Yeah, they can start doing that. Y'all could start doing that trading with us now that y'all were doing with Russia. I think that we should get some benefit from that.
Besides our pork skins, they really don't like American products.
Don't sell any gas.
We've got to have something.
We do sell gas. We're Texas. We make it here.
We can export barbecue from Austin. That's we're pretty notorious for that.
We have lots of gas here, actually. We have Shell, Chevron, BP. What are some great oil companies?
What are these spills for if we don't have any gas?
Just like, hey,
What are we getting for our
Chevron
money?
all the way.
Rob,
Yes.
Willis was saying that that the Israelis were kicking the crap out of the Palestinians. I don't really find that believable. I see the Palestinians as being kind of tougher and willing to take more risks and stuff and just more violent. I can't believe that they're getting beat by the Israelis. You think that's right?
Well, if you look at it in purely numbers,
Yeah.
then yeah, but that's only because the Israelis are using military weapons and foreign aid from us, one of the strongest nations in the entire world. Gaza doesn't have that kind of capability. They have rockets without exploding. They lob one off into Israel, it lands in the street, and a couple of people get a black eye. It's not.
So, I wonder if they.
I want to know how many fleets the Palestinians are running.
How many fleets?
How many fleets?
I don't think they
got quite
travel
a few.
in fleets. I think they travel in gaggles. Yeah.
How many? I mean, like, what's their Air Force like?
I think
I'm sure they've got a pretty decent Air Force.
I think Perry posted something today or yesterday that I thought was pretty funny, that the Palestinians make the safest rockets around. They have yet to kill a single person.
So, Rob, I wonder how this war unfolded. Like, did the Palestinians kill 3 Israelis, and then in retaliation, the Israelis killed 200 Palestinians, or
No.
do you think maybe
First they killed, it was Israelis, and then they killed a Palestinian teenager, and the rockets started flying. Which is the same thing that happens every 3 or 4 years.
It's
It's
just
just
shouldn't have been throwing those rocks and those rockets and stuff. They brought it on themselves.
this is just the never-ending cycle. It's the same every 3 years, 4 year, whatever. Something happens.
I feel
They have
it's
to
so
go
rough
in.
on the Israelis.
It's never. These people are never going to be like, oh, maybe we should get along. This is just going to go on. I think we should nuke the
Gaza.
whole area.
Yeah, I think
like
the
if you
Israelis
guys
should
can't get along, nobody gets the land. Like if kids are having an argument over a toy, what do? You just if you guys can't play
bomb the
nicely,
garden
you just
again.
take the whole toy away and you go, now are you happy? I say we just give everyone 24 hours, we nuke it, and then no more arguments anymore.
We are the only
I think
country
that-
that's ever nuked it.
I think
I know.
their F-16s.
I don't think we won't do it.
I think their F-16s are actually better than our F-16s, and so I don't think we want to nuke them because then they might start nuking.
So you think
back
nuking Israel might be a bad idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
Okay, you're right. I think I
Then
might have flown off the
you
handle
can
on
nuke the
that.
Palestinians.
Oh.
That would end the.
all so close in, it's really kind of close.
That would end
Yeah.
the conflict because there would be no. You have 2 to fight.
Yeah, so we just do small nukes that only go off in 5 mile
Exactly.
little areas, right?
Little tactical nukes, or maybe we'd.
No,
use,
I think we need to take the whole toy away. I think the whole area needs to get gone, or else people are going to be arguing over it.
But then if we
been
start doing
arguing
it, they're
over
going to
it
come after
forever.
us if we do.
They'll find another place to live.
bomb them over there before they come over
That's
here.
right.
Don't you think? Hey, Rob,
we're gonna solve this. We're gonna solve this problem in Palestine.
I have the solution. I have
Okay.
all right.
The final solution?
I have the final solution.
I like this.
Okay, here
I
it
like
comes.
this.
They need to give Israel about half of Germany.
That's what I said. Me too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what they should have done in the first place.
Which half?
They need half because Germany's money off. Yes.
Yeah.
They're the ones. How can they get? What did the Palestinians do? So everybody
they're
was
like-
mad and feeling
Yeah.
guilty over the war and stuff, and all the stuff that they could have done. We should have maybe stopped them beforehand and everything. And it's like, oh, we're so sorry.
Here's
take
these
somebody
people's
else.
land.
I can't believe that they thought, oh, we learned our lesson after World War I, and then they came up with the Marshall Plan after World War II, like, oh, we're going to rebuild, so this won't happen. But let's just send all these people over here, and the people that already live there won't mind.
Yeah.
And they haven't minded
They'll
since,
understand.
They can just it'll get
if
along.
somebody came into my bedroom, and I had to share half of it, and I would be kind of upset.
You'd be like, why are you here? Well, people were mean to us 1,000 miles away, so now we're living with you. Like,
what I have to do
whoa,
with it, yes.
whoa, wait.
Cool, right?
I really believe
We can crash here, right? It's totally cool.
Say what, Rob?
So we can crash here, right? It's totally cool, right?
Yeah.
And then they become bad house guests, and they start pushing out everybody else. They start expanding the settlements, and then they wonder why people are lobbing missiles into their settlements. Like, what? We're just trying to make some room for ourselves.
On my part of the bed.
Yeah, and now you got to pass through a checkpoint to go to work if you want to go to work.
Hunter, why
Maybe
don't
we'll
you,
let you.
Hunter, why don't you save the anti-Semitism for when you're not on the show?
I'm mad
Thank
at
you
both
very
sides.
much.
Both sides. I might be Jewish.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not Jewish. I just see the whole. I think both sides are just children.
What
I
are
don't
you
know. I'm a-
anyway?
Quaker.
I might be
Mrs.
Quaker.
Winter Jones. Hunter's mom. I love Hunter's mom.
Yeah, my mom loves YouTube.
She's cool.
When I talk to her, hey, you talk to Camille?
I just pity
no.
her for having to raise you.
I put her through some hell.
You're just irascible, I'm sure. So I think she's a saint. I'm surprised she doesn't go around the big old nun's habit or something for,
Yeah, for putting up with me.
cuss and is mad and
Commander.
everything.
Oh, I learned
You're
to
like
swear
the
from
maddest-
her.
You're like the maddest Quaker I've ever seen.
Do we have another call waiting?
No, sir. Oh, nobody's calling. That's great.
Oh, just making sure that there's nobody in line behind you, Rob. Everything's good.
So, Rob,
So see who's online.
Yes, sir.
Rob,
Okay.
speaking
Okay,
of
cool. I love your socks.
speaking of getting in trouble when you're a teenager, tell us what you did.
When I was a teenager,
Yeah, what's the biggest? Come on, tell me there's cops involved. You got thrown in a holding cell, something. You set something on fire.
oh, this isn't going to get out in the public, right?
Oh no, only the 57 people watching, they won't tell, right?
Yeah, there's nobody watching this.
Yeah. It's all good.
My mom's watching this.
Is she?
No. No, I didn't tell. Surprisingly, I didn't tell anybody. I told one other person. There are 2 people that know I'm on the show. Not that I'm ashamed of it.
What, Matt and I?
No. I have a best friend, and I told her, just in case something happened, and so she has to come and get me from Austin. Hanging around with white people in Austin and stuff. It's like, hey.
I think Rob was about ready to tell us about his stint in jail. No, you got nothing?
Well,
Tell us about your stint in
when I was a teenager?
What's that?
What was that? What things I did when I was a teenager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not getting caught masturbating or anything just.
Well, that's not illegal.
No, not.
I mean, maybe in
Well,
church.
yeah, where were you?
Interesting that it's been brought up,
It
though.
might be in some.
Yeah, you can't do that in public. Good call.
Yeah,
Keep it in the house, Rob.
Did
How old
it,
were you when you found that out?
did it affect your vision,
Rob?
Rob?
At the playground.
At the playground. How old were you?
This was like 2 weeks ago.
32.
Rob, did it affect your vision at all?
No. But it did
No.
put hair on my hands.
Okay.
But we didn't have. Well, I'll tell you. When growing up in New York, we didn't really have I guess you country people do cow tipping. But we did car rolling, where you would get a bunch of your friends together, find a really small car, and flip some poor soul's car over. And then happens you run away.
You flipped a car over?
Yeah.
That's not very civic-minded.
I'm from Detroit. We call that vandalism.
Yeah. You said you lived in Europe?
Close to Long Island.
That what? That's funny because I lived in Europe for a year and
Rouge?
I was no. And because all the cars are so tiny, there's I was a hoodlum. I was a teenager then, and you could do some things to those little cars.
Try daffodil.
But I never flipped one over.
So yeah, it's like well, anything else besides masturbation or vandalism?
No. That was pretty much it.
That's about it. Hey, yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, we have another call.
I feel comfortable with sharing.
Hey, Rob.
Thanks for sharing.
We're going to bump you for another call, okay?
Thanks for calling in.
All right. Okay. Hey, finally nice to talk to you, Camille.
Thanks.
All right, man. Take care.
See you on the wall. Hello?
Who is this?
We asked first.
The experts, I recognize that voice anywhere, Camille.
Who's
that Perry?
this? This Perry?
This is Perry.
Oh,
Hey,
Lucifer
Camille.
calls.
Yeah, Perry, what was your excuse for not being able to come this weekend?
I have a 7-day-long date that I'm on.
7 day long, the one that you flew to?
Yes, I brought her from Toronto.
Is she listening right now?
No.
Have you had sex yet?
No, we haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Oh, she must be
is she in the
ugly.
room with you, Perry?
No,
she's
I've
not
sent
in
her
the
away.
room. So, like,
I've
that's like
disposed
a
of her.
really expensive date if you're like flying out there, right?
Yeah.
Is she
Well,
like
he was
ordering
just-
from the having sex part of a menu, or is it like all special and everything?
I think this whole thing sounds made up. It's like, my girlfriend, she's from Canada, but don't don't bother go looking for her. You won't find her. It's way north in Canada, right,
Yeah,
Perry?
she's in Canada.
She came with Canadian Air.
Oh, really? So does she like
Filled with Canadian
butterscotch?
Air.
Does she like butterscotch?
Did you meet her at summer camp, Perry?
She a flautist?
Hey, did you guys? I want to back up a little bit. Did you guys know that the Malaysian airliner had 100 AIDS researchers on it coming back from a conference?
I did know that.
I did hear that.
That's wild.
106?
Yes.
Oh,
So
six.
AIDS research has been kind of set back.
Yeah, we were
or
just told it was
106?
only 6. I didn't hear a number like 100. I heard it was a small number,
Why
and,
don't you
and,
get
and we
on
just
over
were
there,
told that
partner?
it was 6.
Hey.
I don't know, whatever.
Pull up your Google and get the number
Yeah,
down.
we can Google it.
All right, we're gonna-
So
we're
they
gonna-
had
we're gonna-
6 what? Let's clarify. They had 6 surgeons.
No, AIDS researchers.
AIDS
Age
researchers.
research. Yeah, I think they had like 100 people that were going for the little thing, but then I think 6 of them were actually like head honchos or something like
Okay,
that, right?
but-
I think it was like 100 plus people that were related to
Involved in some way, like maybe their families, the entourage, the gay, the
So
AIDS.
somehow these Netherlanders are big into the AIDS
100
research, and I don't understand that.
researchers.
Do they have a big AIDS problem?
Yeah, they're saying that the famous guy that they keep talking about, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name. Maybe you can help. That sound, yeah. But thank
Bless
you.
you.
What he
Bless
said.
But yeah, that's
Also, feel free to go over to the audience mic at any point if you
No, we
if
don't
you want to
have
get wordy. Absolutely. Hey, and I want to say I think if Perry hasn't, consummated this relationship, it's probably just because he's a gentleman, not because she's ugly. That's what I think. I know Perry.
I think it's probably just because Perry probably creeped her out a little
Perry,
bit.
the one that was the Perry last week that tried to alienate our commander by comparing her disfavorably
to Wendy.
Yeah,
you saw
or Senator
that?
Hodder. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, classy Perry. Yeah, classy. Yeah, alienate everybody. Yeah, not sexist at all.
Hey Perry, the commander would bury Wendy Davis any day of the week.
And she's got the
You
coolest
know what?
socks.
I've changed my mind about Wendy Davis. I think Commander is much prettier than Wendy Davis now.
Okay then.
See, but I don't really give a good gosh darn what you think, Perry. We need to stop judging
No.
people by whether or not people would have sex with them. So
I think that we should.
I think that Perry's got a one-track mind.
yes.
There's a kaleidoscope of possible ways that you can judge people, and I think that's just one of them. I don't think you should be overly focused on it, but.
I think that I would like to take the Commander out sometime.
I don't think she's your type.
Oh, I think she is.
I don't think so. I don't. She's in Austin, and you said you're like a libertarian, or what? Kinky
But
Republican.
she's a girl. She's my type.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Hey,
So-
tell me how that works out.
So, Commander, is there any chance we can set you up on a date with Perry, the guy that was in here last week? I don't think she wants to talk.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
No.
She's like, no chance.
Is there anybody in the command room? Are you listening to this conversation, Commander?
No, sir.
Yes, sir, but I'm still in uniform.
She's still in uniform. Yeah.
Oh, Perry, you might have a shot once she gets that
Well,
uniform
why
off.
don't
I heard
we-
she gets
why don't-
jiggy with it.
Why don't we let Perry land his little bird
Yeah.
that he's got there? He's obviously
All
put
right,
out a couple little ducats and stuff. Tell us how that all works out and everything. I'm really interested to know.
I think he'll be back for another co-host next week, Perry.
I might. Can I bring a friend?
Sure.
Have at it.
Bring a couple.
Huh?
Bring a couple of friends.
Bring
I
the
can
less
do
than
that.
20% of people that.
Why don't you bring Parsons or Renberg or somebody?
Yeah, Chris is cool.
You know what? How about if I bring Paul and Chris?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of that, Chris said he was going to be calling in, and of course he hasn't.
He's going to. I'm sure of it. He's got his questions all lined up for Camille.
I'm sure. But is it only like 7:08 or something? Like the show's not. It's like okay, good. 22 minutes to go. It's not dragging at all.
He's
It'll be
he
gone.
challenged me
It'll
to
be
a
gone
duel.
before
He
you know
wants
what
to-
happened. Last week we could have done 2 hours.
I think you guys could have.
Let's see. What other topics do we have to talk about today? Besides all the dead
Well,
Palestinians.
we're-
Hey, you know what? Almost all of your pictures were actually not from Palestine. They were from Syria.
Were they? Well,
Yeah.
I did a search on. I just did a search on Gaza. I just did Google Images.
There is a ton of pictures floating around the internet and on Facebook too, claiming they're Palestinians and they're part of this war casualty thing, but they're actually all Syria.
Well,
Now you did have a few in there that were.
but we already know how many Palestinians died, and we know, what they look like. They're Arabs and the rubble.
Actually, I mean, are they? Because Palestinians, I thought they were Christians. I don't.
No, but
idea.
well, some Palestinians are Christians, but linguistically they're Arabs. But they're not necessarily Muslims.
I don't think. Okay.
They're not really Arabs either. They're you can tell them
They're
from other
Semitic.
Arabs.
They're Semitic. They're Semitic people.
But they're Arabs.
Semitic people.
They're Arabs. Arabs are people who speak Arabic.
I don't think that's Palestinian.
No, Palestinians speak Arabic, and they're Arabs. But they're Christian. They're Muslim and they're, whatever else.
Terrorists throwing rocks at poor Israel.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Perry. So Perry, are you buying these numbers? I hear that there's this war or this this conflict going on between these people they're calling the Palestinians and these others they're calling the Israelis, and they're saying it's like 2 or 3 to 200. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's probably about right. Although I suspect that that Hamas is loading up their missile depots with women and children, trying to make sure those numbers are nice and big.
Right. You mean launching women and children from the missile battery?
Yeah.
They're they're herding them in there and telling them that's a bunker to hide in when the bombs come in.
I don't know. I think you got to move a kid.
Are they
more
duct taping them to the warheads? Or
Probably. Sounds like Hamas.
I think they're telling them that that's the safe place to go.
I think if you get a kid moving, a 60-pound kid moving at about, 1,000 miles per hour, you could punch a hole through a building.
Yeah.
No, how about ISIS? ISIS. Perry, what do you think about ISIS? I think ISIS. I think it's too much of a westernized name. It's too convenient. They're talking about the guy's watch and everything, right? You've heard of ISIS?
Yeah, of course.
Right. I think it's homegrown. I think because if they hate us so much, why would they give us such a nice acronym that we can pronounce? And
So you're upset with what they're calling themselves?
Since when have they ever revered any female?
I don't think they're looking at it like that.
They should change it to Imam Ra or something.
Yeah, or something. Allah Akbar or something, right?
Or I think go with another Egyptian deal.
I think ISIS is just too neat.
Well, so
yeah,
and I think
they've got some smart PR people now.
They just announced today that they captured an Israeli soldier. You guys have heard that, right? No.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the Palestinians said they've got a guy, and so that's changing everything. Apparently, Israel. I mean, not that the United States does this, but Israel is known. They never leave a man behind, and especially even if they're dead. I would imagine they're planning commando raids, assuming they can even find where this guy is. But they're claiming they have a guy abducted. And I think last time they did this, they said they traded something like 1,000 Palestinians that were in jail for like 1 or 2 people. And so
they should get Obama to negotiate for him. He's really good at that.
I want Al Sharpton to negotiate for him.
Al Sharpton, maybe. Probably.
He should threaten to give all the Palestinians Obamacare, and they would probably surrender immediately.
Actually, I signed up for Obamacare a couple of months ago. I'm paying like $600 and change a month and everything. I'm pretty happy with it. I get my prescriptions for free and stuff, and so I see no reason why. I mean, all right.
Me and my family don't do the insurance thing. We go to doctors that don't take insurance.
Where is that? Where are you? What part of town are you in?
Well, the doctor we go to is Central.
Are you talking holistic?
No, it's not holistic. It's just inexpensive.
I'm looking for a pill mill.
You're looking for a pill mill?
I can never get. I hang around white mills, and they can get like 30 pills for the same thing. They'll give me like 7. They just never want to give me anything. I know.
Are you calling
in this day and age?
Are you calling white people pill poppers?
No, I think y'all are whiny. I think y'all complain more. Like, here, take them, go
my
away.
Back hurts.
Yeah, or something. I think you're like stoic and stuff, or something.
Oh, look at the poor white guy complaining and crying. Give him a pill.
Or give him 30. It's just, but no, I have no problem. I'm sure Perry would like Permalab to go and get all the little bonus tax benefits and stuff like that. But I'd rather them go to people.
So Perry.
Yes.
Let me get this straight real quick. So it seems as if the Israelis are killing the Palestinians, but what's really happening is the Israelis are trying to launch their rockets in such a way that they won't hurt any people, but then the Palestinians, they run up to where the rockets are going to be right before they hit.
And there's no room in Gaza, too. Where would they go?
Yeah, they keep their missile depots right there by people, so that there's almost no way to hit the missile depot without hurting
Devilishly clever of
Where
those
else can they put them
Palestinians.
in Gaza? Have you, I wish we could have a little thing on the board about how small Gaza is.
Yeah, right.
Chris?
Because they can't go to Egypt.
Yes, sir.
All right, Perry, we
pretty
got
much can't
Chris.
go anywhere.
We got Chris on the line.
Can't go to the beach anymore.
Okay.
All right, we're going to let you
I'll
go.
pass you guys off to Chris.
Hey, Perry. Yeah, Perry, we need to make sure that Permilab is working on these solutions to these problems in Gaza and the Ukraine ASAP. Are you guys going to be on this Monday morning?
Yeah, we're working on biologicals that is going to solve this problem once and for all.
Tell Mike
right.
to give us a call. The Costa Rica Mike, not the gay Mike. Which would be the
Yeah,
he
Costa
can
Rica
call
Mike
you.
is like off deep down in the Oso Peninsula, and he's got spotty cell phone coverage, but I imagine he'll try to call in.
That'd be cool.
But, you know,
Sounds good. All right, later,
vida.
Perry.
talk to y'all later. Great show. Bye.
Thanks. I think it's only okay. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chris?
Chris?
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Parsons. Hello?
Oh my
Did you hang him up?
God. No. Ha ha ha.
Well,
Have them call back, please.
Okay,
Ask
you can
him-
ask him to call back. Sorry, he
Chris,
hung up
please
on
call
us.
back.
Call us, interrupt us.
We had technical difficulty.
maybe he hung up.
On the air.
Somebody hung up on me.
Oh.
It was an accident.
No, I'm upset now.
Well,
I think I heard your voice and I had enough and I just.
Hey guys, how is it?
Fine. So what's your question? What's your topic?
Well, I'm kind of upset. I'm looking at my house and there's these giant missiles flying over that these illegal aliens are firing at me. So
oh my God.
I'm in my garage hiding. So what do y'all?
If you would just pay your housekeeper, she would go away.
No.
No, I'm serious. So what's the topic?
I don't think it's wall of confusion.
Well,
we
wait
don't
a
have
minute,
a topic.
Chris. I can tell you how to handle your missile problem.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, this is what the Palestinians are doing. Perry just pointed it out to us.
All right.
Find a bunch of women and children and get them in the path of the missile. Find the little bullseye spot and get them over there.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen the little soccer kids around here? They're so fast, they would dodge any missile.
Well,
Really?
you need a couple of jeeps.
Listen,
and
is it my fault that small Muslim children barely move? I mean, come on. They're not feeding them right. They need more milk.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But we do need a path to like citizenship.
But the Palestinians, they pour all their milk in the gutter so that they'll be starving, and then the media will see them starving, and they'll get more sympathy. Perry.
Well, we all know that milk and a lot of those things that, that feed, fast-moving children, the Palestinians don't allow. I mean, what do they feed Palestinians right now? Like, do they give them little bullet heads and some sort of, I mean, really, what do they eat?
I think you're onto something.
I wonder if they're eating anything
that
at all.
I think if we approach that area with a bunch of milk, we can solve this whole
Not
Middle
milk.
East problem.
definitely.
Not milk.
100%.
Lactose intolerance.
Well, we can get soy milk. We can have
Almond
trucks
milk.
full of
Almond
soy
milk.
milk,
Almond milk.
No, you-
Almond milk.
All right, what kind of and what do you think, Chris? Are we
Well,
going
I'm
like
thinking,
whole milk, low fat,
can
skim?
I explain the problem?
Yeah.
Because, like, first of all, I cannot see you guys on television because 2 missiles hit my house, and
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
So
if you're not smart enough to live with the smart Jews out
I'm
of
just I'm
the area.
sitting in the dark, and they said, call in, Chris, call in, tell them what's going on. I live in the Woodlands, and damn it, we're being shelled by all these people from
Oak Ridge.
No, you have no clue we're being.
Kingwood.
Third Ward, they've got missiles. They've tunneled in. and
Chris,
they're firing missiles.
don't you have a fence up around your apartment complex?
Actually, doesn't the
No,
fence
you don't
extend to the
understand.
third ward? Didn't you build it in the third ward?
We're being shelled right now.
I
So,
thought you had barbed wire up around your apartment complex.
so you want me to explain how to handle this whole situation?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
we want you
explain
to
it
fix
to
it
us,
for us.
Lucy.
I don't have
Okay.
faith that Perry's going to fix this.
All right, will everybody be quiet?
Yes.
Okay, here's the deal. Listen, the problem is that Hamas, I would say the biggest problem is they need a giant nuclear missile to land right in the middle of them.
You mentioned that earlier.
No, I mean, it would be perfect. But once they destroy, and then if they take out some Jews in the, there will be some, collateral damage. I would say, hell, we won't have a problem there for 20 years.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't want to
maybe
hurt
we wanna
anybody.
see
I
if we
just
get
want
some Saudis while we're at it,
everybody
too.
out of that
Yeah,
area,
that's
and we
right
just.
down.
But Chris, look what happened to Japan. We nuked them twice, and they just.
And they're
Yeah,
sorry
yeah,
now.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
sorry.
the
They kiss
craziest
our
porn ever.
butts.
You ever
And we
check it out?
interned them too,
We
right?
turned Japan into
true.
the weirdest porn country in the world.
That's right, because we locked up their people that were
No,
loyal
if
to
you
us here,
fire
and we
enough
bombed them
missiles at a country,
twice.
they will turn into weirdos.
But they're pretty
Hey, man,
prosperous.
Trust me. I mean,
But they
listen,
love us. They love
listen
us.
to me. Listen, we ruined.
A good portion
We
of the world.
absolutely destroyed Japan, and then we ruined Germany. And Germany loves porn with. They fuck chickens.
So
You got to watch your language.
Yeah,
sorry.
don't
They
use
have
chicken
Texas
like that.
What I'm saying is, if you can destroy a country enough with enough missiles, they just turn into horrible porn weirdos.
Porn?
No, I'm dead serious. If you drop enough bombs on a country, they'll quit being violent.
You
and
can't
they
bomb the world into peace, Chris.
No, they turn into weirdo porno people.
You
and then they
can't
don't bother.
hug people with nuclear arms.
I think he's
right.
trying to bomb the world into porn, is what he's trying to say.
You're trying to just create.
But it's true.
We already had the conversation on how I don't respect American heterosexual porn.
Chris, you're just trying to create more porn.
I
That's all
think
you're
that. I
doing.
think this is.
I'm saying that we could bomb the world into, crazy porn. Just drop bombs. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think.
Why don't we just drop bundles of
I don't
porn?
think we're
to
carrying
a
enough
vote.
ammunition. I don't think we have enough, to really stick it to everybody the way we
Hey,
need to.
look at the facts. Look at the facts.
think we do.
Just go check out what Japan. We turned Japan into a weird country. You drop enough nukes, they all of a sudden they turn into some freaks.
Hey, I stand up for
cartoon
Japan's
stuff.
right to have been weird
I'm
before
just
we messed
saying,
with them. Bukaka and all this
No,
stuff.
they're weird. I'm just saying, if you drop enough bombs on people, they'll just go cartoon porn, and then it's all over.
I don't follow your logic, but I am liking the
It
idea.
doesn't matter if you follow my logic. Just go to Japan.
I'm liking the idea of dropping large amounts of porn onto areas like the Taliban just to really get them angry.
I think I already watched.
Having magazines coming down and having the Taliban
I don't
porn
think
everywhere.
porn's the problem.
They would be so.
I completely agree with that.
I don't think
It wouldn't
porn's
hurt
the
anybody, but
problem.
it would just get them so angry.
Your porn
Yeah,
sucks.
I know.
I've been to your house. I've seen your porn.
That's not true. You didn't see the good stuff.
I didn't see the good stuff. No. It's like, whatever
Well, listen,
man
I can't
does
watch what I'm
is
doing,
his own
so.
business, but-
Hey, listen, guys. I love the show. Wish I was there.
Next
I
time.
can't watch it on television, but like I said,
can watch it on
bomb
the
the world
internet.
with porn, and everybody will be happy. And then the Germans
Man,
will
porn
have
sucks.
Chris,
will
when are
have
you gonna?
sex with
Man,
chickens. I
porn
guarantee you.
sucks.
Chris, when are you gonna
It's
come
not
up to
about your
Austin?
genitals.
I'm coming next weekend, kids.
All right. Awesome.
Would you like to have me or not? Tell me right now. I'll be there.
We want to have you.
Only if
Oh,
you
In
no,
more
make
ways
stuff.
than one.
Only if we can make a porn right here. We got the equipment.
definitely.
Whip it out.
Man, I promise I'll be there. As long as Perry and Alyssa and my friend Matthew there, I'm in.
I think we're all going to be here.
Great, I'll be there. And where's Hunter? Where's Powder? Is he there?
I'm here.
All right, I'm there. All right, boys.
Later, Chris.
Love y'all guys.
Bye, Chris. Love
We
you.
love you more.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna be mean to you when I get back on the wall later.
Even though he said he loved you.
Yes. In spite of, or especially because.
Because of.
Yes, I will not appear weak.
Hey, Camille.
Yes,
To
Matt.
continue a subject that we had last week.
Porn sucks.
No, we didn't talk about that last week.
Okay.
We were talking about chickens. We talked about animals and hunting and how animals that are hunted live better lives than a lot of livestock. And particularly, people started talking about how bad most chickens are raised. So don't you know a little bit about that?
Smidgen.
Like what? Tell us something.
I was reading about Mike, the headless chicken, a chicken. They chopped his head off, but they didn't sever his brainstem, and he lived for 18 months to 4 years. I forgot how long.
Is this a children's story?
No, it's a real life. If you look right now, people look right now. Mike, the headless chicken. It was a real chicken that lived, for dozens of months after his head was chopped off. And so yes, I am a chicken farmer and stuff, and I raise chickens.
How do they live?
They live pasture. They're pasture raised, and we put them in their cages at night and put them in their little PJs at night and bring them to
Socks?
the table.
Little-
Of course, they got
little
little
chicken
striped
socks?
chicken socks. Yes.
Awesome.
My auntie is up knitting them every night.
But this I found pretty interesting. You said you have how many chickens? Like thousands, right? Thousands?
No, well,
Hundreds?
I have hundreds, but different because some people buy my chickens, and sometimes some chickens have accidental deaths and end up on people's plate.
Are they just layers, or are they meat birds, or both?
I have mostly layers, or I have a lot of hybrids because in theory there's the hybrid birds that you can buy that will give you eggs, every day.
Oh, but they're
or
all
so.
but they're all laying.
Most of them, yes, but I have like little itty bitty little chicks too. I have little chicks and everything. I have little fancy birds and stuff. And
Okay, but you do sometimes eat the actual birds.
not anymore. It's been a couple of years since I've eaten my my chickens, but I used to, but I resell other people's chickens, and I work with local farmers and I do mostly
So you
eggs.
deal in chickens too?
Yes, I am a chicken dealer. Yes.
That's where you make your income, right?
Yes, actually, I make my income by overcharging local restaurants for my eggs.
But and then I think I heard because of the number of chickens you have, you aren't even considered a small farm. You're considered a.
I'm a hobby farm. Unless you have 10,000 to 15,000 chickens, you're not considered a real chicken farmer, because they're all it's everything. All of the chicken business is sewn up in the whole U.S. There are only about like 5 companies that do all the chicken for the whole U.S.
So I mean, you're basically just supplying just to local restaurants and farmers markets?
Yeah, just local restaurants and farmers markets, Radical Eats, Local Foods, Corner Table, Zaral, and just a couple other little stuff, but mostly eggs, chicken eggs, duck eggs, quail eggs, pasture raised. We don't use any weird things with it and stuff. And
How many different kinds of birds do you have?
Probably about 25 to 30 different breeds, because chickens, like dogs, have different breeds, and so in theory.
But you also say quail.
I have quail, quail, geese. I have one goose. I have several quail, ducks. I do heritage breeds. So I have blue Swedish, and then Peking, and then every kind of chicken you can name, because don't get me started on chicken. It'll just be like.
I eat those pickled quail eggs. I get them at the.
And how much do you pay for those?
I don't know.
I can probably get you a really good deal.
But because
do you pickle them?
I don't pickle them myself. I could, but I don't have to. I like charge like per egg and stuff.
Because of the size of your farm.
Teeny micro farm.
Yeah. Do you get any kind of? Do the larger farms get special treatment that you don't get?
Oh, they get to go and have their food for their. Yeah.
I mean, do you get all kinds of hassled by? No, you don't.
I don't really get hassled, because really I'm a non-entity. I'm a non-entity in the chicken world, so they don't even really notice that I'm on the radar.
Okay, I was under the impression that you had to jump, or I mean, I know this is the case with a lot of small farmers, but I don't know if this has anything to do with livestock. They have to jump through hoops that these big companies don't have to deal with anymore.
Definitely, because the rules are made for the
big companies.
For the big companies,
right.
And stuff. So there isn't. You can buy chicken incubators. You can buy them in that they can incubate 8 eggs, 20 eggs, 40 eggs, 200 eggs, and the next size up is 10,000. So there's no medium chicken market. There's the hobby market, and under 200, and then
there's 10,000 and up.
50,000, 200,000.
How many people do you have working for you?
I have 1.5. I have my aunt. Hi, Auntie. She's not watching. I didn't tell her I was going to be at the show either. I'm not ashamed to do it all.
It'll be on YouTube later.
She's not all that.
All right.
I'm not going to tell her. So yeah, I have like 1.5. I have the landowner. He'll do his little sweep to go and make sure that the coyotes don't get any more chickens. And then I have my aunt working. So it isn't really that hard, especially since I just do mostly eggs, and I resell chicken products from local farmers.
Why don't you get dogs for the coyotes?
I do have dogs for the coyotes.
What kind of dogs?
I have, everybody loves to have the Great Pyrenees and Anatolian Shepherd mixes.
Yeah.
So I have Snow White and Rose Red, and they let me know when the coyote came, but they didn't stop them from getting Larry or my other favorite cocks. But they're out there. But we have, we have 10 acres out there in Sealy and stuff. And we have another call?
Nope.
We don't have anybody's calling?
Well, anyways, sorry to take up so much time about chickens. I just, I lived in Vermont and we had chickens, and I'm fascinated by, I want to live in an area where I can have chickens, and I just don't have a yard and vegetables. But anyway.
Austin, they have that little chicken street, in Bastrop, where the chickens just roam down and stuff.
I think I know where you're referring to.
Yeah, you could probably just reach dinner. We can hey, come after the show. We'll just head on down there and get some chicken.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for calling in, everyone. And I guess that's going to do it for this Sunday. And so hopefully you guys will call in again next Sunday.
America.